Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we're going behind the song to find out how exactly I made the utensils technology killed the reality star. But first, we're going to jump in and have a look at the first teaser trailer from the upcoming film due for release in 2022 for the film. The answer is 42.
answer to the great question, of life, the universe, and everything is 42.
42!
It was a tough assignment.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. This is How to App on iOS. My name is Jade, and that, my friends, was the first trailer from the film I've been working on for about 3 years now, pretty much, called The Answer is 42, or The Answer is 4T2. Depends on how you read it, how you take it. If you are watching on Facebook, I don't know how you're doing it because I don't stream on Facebook anymore. Boom. But you can join the group at We All Rise Together on the Facebook group. And if you're watching on the YouTube channel, you would be here right now. And that is youtube.com/Jade Starr. So please hit the like if you like. If you don't like, hit the dislike. I won't see it. We also stream every day on the Twitch daily at twitch.tv/howtoapp on iOS. And you can become a patron at the Patreon at patreon.com/JadeStar, and there's a big weekend of Patreon coming up. So if you are a $5 patron or over, trust me, there's a lot of big apps that are available up for grabs this weekend. I've only put up one of them, and over the next couple of days, there is going to be some really pleasant things that you're all going to be happy with as patrons. So yes, become a patron. Let's run through and say hello to folks, because we've got a lot to cover today. Hello, Cy, Evan, good to see you. Hello, Dave Fox. Hello to, where are we? Ed B. Metal. Hello, Joe Glenn. Hello, who else have I got here? Yeah, I said hello to Brad. Hello to, Doctor's Orders. Hello to Adam Burse. Hello, Kim Harden Hudson. I hope you are all doing well, all of you. Is there anyone else I need to say hello to before we jump in? Hello to Bear. Good to see you, Bear. And John Frank Songs, hello to you also, my friend. Gregory O'Sullivan, I hope you are doing well too. And Brad, I said Brad, so I hope you are all doing well. Let me move this microphone around a little bit. Thomas Christ. Hello, Thomas Christ. Good to see you too. Always a pleasure. Never a chore. The silent assassin, Thomas Christ. Okay. So let's jump over and do price drops, because there's a lot of them coming up. And one of the shows this week I'm covering, we'll cover all of them, hopefully, once they are dropped. Where are we? Boom, there. So, all of the 4Pockets apps are up to 50% off all the way through till the end of the year. So, there's a few of them listed here, like Chameleon, Strummer, Digistix 2, Neon Editor, so up to 50% off. I spoke to Paul last night from 4Pockets, and they are all going on sale. So, if you've ever wanted to get some of those, you will do that. And speaking of that, I'll just jump out of here and do this, because this week we're doing a On the 12 days of 4Pockets, Paul gave to me Christmas sales for everyone. So I'm going to do a special on 12 of my favorite 4Pockets apps, because Paul has been very cool and offered us patrons 12 apps of your choice. So a big giveaway on the weekend for 4Pockets stuff. And tomorrow will be a really cool day, because guess what's finally out? Yes, folks. Tomorrow I'm finally looking at Loopy Pro. This thing is the shit. Trust me on that. This thing is the absolute shit. So make sure you join us tomorrow for this, because it's an absolute game changer. It's incredible. Totally worth your time to have a look to see if it's something that you is going to change your musical creation. The techniques. It has a price on it, but I'm telling you, it's absolutely worth it. And I can announce now on the Patreon, I have one copy to give away for this weekend. Good stuff. Boom. Let's go back to price drops. What else was there? So I've got lots of giveaways for the weekend for Patreon. I'm sure there's Clev Grand apps on sale, but as of the next couple of days, we'll cover the sales and all that kind of stuff too, so don't worry about that. I'm Loopy for Loopy Pro, absolutely. Thomas, so am I. Audible Videos already purchased it. I've been messing around with it since it's been on beta. It's fucking nuts. It's unbelievable. It's a DAW, it's a sampler, it's a live looper, it's a sequencer. It's everything. It's amazing. It's so cool. It's so easy to use. The interface is wonderful. So you can already guess I'm going to be like very high on it tomorrow because it's just that damn good. And yeah, and they're actually running a very interesting model of payment too. Let's talk about that just quickly. So you pay one price for it. You buy it up front. You get it. You own it. You own everything, that all the updates for the next year. And then after 12 months, they will offer to charge you another price for a whole bunch of updates. This is a new kind of model. So it's not a subscription. What you pay for, you get, and you get to keep forever. But at the end of the year, because the developer's putting in so much work for all these updates, you'll get charged a small fee to get the new updates. I think it's a really cool idea. I think it's better than subscriptions, and I think it's going to be the way moving forward. But we'll talk about that more tomorrow. Let's jump in and talk about today. So on the weekend, I dropped the single from my movie, from Utensils. I dropped the video clip because the track's actually been out for quite a while on the streaming services. So if you go in and type Utensils, I'm in Apple Music now, bang, you can actually get this track. It's been available for a while. Now the album is the soundtrack for this movie that I'm making is actually in 3 parts. Yeah, so the first part is this album, and this a bunch of these songs appear on the album. This is called House Fires and Electrical Faults. And then the second part is the video clip that I dropped this weekend. So Technology Killed the Reality Star. It's a single that goes for 11 minutes. Notice the symbology there, 11:11. And the third part of the movie is this EP called The Artificial Gates of Intelligent Design. And you will see, look at the song titles. They are all in binary. So if you want to know what the song titles are, you have to copy the binary and then paste it into a binary converter to work out what the song titles are. There's a lot of shit going on in this all this utensil stuff I've been working on for all this time. I really want to make this interactive and a really interesting kind of thing that you have to work to find out what these song titles are. There's a whole lot of stuff that goes on. So that's a little introduction to a bit of the utensils music. All right. Yeah, I know. Kim says, this is deep. It is. It's very deep. So let's talk about the song. How did I make the song? So the idea came from an 80s track called Video Killed the Radio Star. That is where the idea came from for Technology Killed the Reality Star. So to make this, I actually began in a garage band project. Before I open up this project, what I'm going to do throughout today's show is I'm going to take breaks and go through the rest of the trailers of the film, because there's 5 trailers for the film that have been released. Yeah. So once we'll have a break and then we'll go through each of the trailers as they were released. So here I have this track here, which is Video Killed the Radio Star. Now, I tried to recreate the song Video Killed the Radio Star without listening to it, just from my memory. Now, it's nothing like the original, funnily enough. I just tried to create the melody and my own instruments around it. So that was the idea behind this. And then I would take this away and chop it all up and turn it into something else. So think of, when you go to one of those snooty restaurants and you get a deconstructed hamburger. That's what this was meant to be, a hamburger. So I've made the hamburger here, and then I take it all apart, lay it out on the plate, and reconstruct it. That's the idea behind this. Hello, Gary Hubbs. Gary Hubbs has a day off, everybody. I need some applause. Gary Hubbs has a day off. Round of applause for Gary Hubbs. Thank you, applause. Oops, what am I doing? Hey, there I am. Too many buttons. All right, so let's have a listen to this. So as you can see here, this is my project. So I made this completely without listening to the song Video Kill the Radio Star, and it's terrible. It's terrible. Let's have a listen to it. See if you can actually hear that it's the song. Here we go. What? That's not... Huh? Zero. I've already tested it, Gary. Zero. I think it just goes on forever now. Cool. So the whole idea of that was just to make it and then kill it immediately. Yeah. So just to destroy it, break it all up into pieces and make it into something else. So I think it roughly took me about 2 hours to build that up from, you know, as I said, from not hearing it for such a long time and just slapping it together. No, I didn't download the, if I downloaded the orchestral MIDI file, you would know it would sound like, oh man, I don't have the sound effect. There we go. Safe. So yeah, and as you can see, it's all programmed myself in here. So when you go in here, totally, yeah, a lot of it's like the drums or all the auto drummer, because I couldn't be bothered. Doing the drums. I wasn't even going to use the drums. So it was just to whack this out. So then came the next painstaking part of taking this and putting it into another project and trying to break it down into something else. So it slightly resembled the melody, but into a completely different song. A dark, dystopian kind of melancholy electronic song, yeah? So that's what I was trying to do. So I'm going to close this project and we're going to have a short break because we're going to play the the second trailer from the film. As I said, I'm going to be breaking up today's show with the trailers from the film. And this trailer came out in 2018. This is teaser trailer number 1. So let's jump over and have a look, shall we? Let's do it. There you go. So that is the second trailer that was released to YouTube a little while ago. So we can close out of that now. And each trailer it tells a little bit of it kind of confuses you a little bit more, because I don't want to give away the whole plot because it's pretty fucking warped. You'll need a lot of drugs to understand it. Trust me. Quantum computing will enslave us for eternity. Exactly, Ed B. But it's even more than that, man. It gets deeper than that. So let's jump back into GarageBand. And here's where I began the process of creating this track. And it is this one. So we had Video Killed the Radio Star. And here it is now as still Video Killed the Radio Star, but as the new version. So what you will notice is all of the green tracks are the pieces from the original track that you just heard previously. And all mixed in with loops, because if you're using loops, remember, mix them in with other things so you don't get claims, because there are stupid people out there who just use a loop and then it gets claimed and it becomes messy. So that was the concept. If we have a look at some of these tracks here, let's just zero in on these tracks here. You will hear, let's solo these, and you should hear from the previous song. So believe it or not, that is the exact MIDI that I created from those other tracks, but just added into some crazy different synths to just blow them out and make them sound completely different. The main one that's in there that you will have heard that holds the actual tune is this trumpet, these brass instruments. So that's the main section there. We'll unselect that one. And what else do we have here? So there's all these up here as well. Let's solo in on these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 5. Yeah. Let's hear what these do. And this is where the main, I think. So there's that same riff using some faded keys to give that really dark, dystopian, muddied sound. What have we got over here? We've got a clean organ over up here. This is a solo I wrote, which was actually the guitar solo that I played over in the previous track. So I took that guitar, because I played virtual guitar solo, and then I converted it over here to a clean organ. GarageBand is amazing for doing this. You can take things and turn them into something completely arse different, yeah? Then we have this, which was taken again from the previous track. We've got this piano up here as well. So that's the one we had before. Then I took the other guitar solo out of the song and put it through a Vox box lead to give it. Cool. So let's have a listen to some of the samples that I used in here, because there's a whole lot of loops that I used. So we'll unsolo all of those. And this is the main loop that I used. So this is the constant all the way through the song. And the thing with these, it's really good to chop these things up and or hit them in reverse. Some of them I've put in reverse to fuck with them. Let's have a listen to this whole section. So you've heard a bit of that. So this is the main riff, and underneath we have, again, lots of panning throughout this. Lots of things in separate panning. And then this third track is, I love this sound here. It's like this faded, haunted keys. And I made this sound actually with a microphone, just breathing into it, and then added a whole bunch of reverb to it. So, you know, the whole concept of utensils is to think outside the box, create sounds. Like the first Utensils album, a lot of it was made using kitchen utensils and things like that. So let's have a look in here. This is the whole section where the robot voices start coming in. You will have heard these sounds. These are in the loop section.
Computers now have primary control of critical functions.
So these two sections here are the main driving force of the chorus. And then we've got this synth track, which I'll bring in now. Cool. So in amongst there too, we have these sound effects lines down here. So there's two of these over here. Let's solo those so you can hear what I've got going on, because I wanted to give the impression that there's airstrikes going on and there's robots attacking. There's a whole war going on. So that's what these are for. So we've got some sirens, jet planes. So that's the chorus part of it. I want to go down here to this section because there's a whole lot of chopped up loops here that kind of don't make much sense, but a lot of reversed loops. And our next line is our drum beat. And then we have this chasing strings section in here. Listen to this. So this has been reversed. And then we have... and then down the bottom here... How big is it? Let's take an overview. Here's the entire project. There you go. There's the entire project. So I'm not sure how many tracks, but it's quite a few. Then we have this section in here. This is another section. We'll single out these loops. This is the bass line that's in there. That sucker. Plus you've got in... So they're pretty much all the sections, all chopped up and put into place. Now, you'll notice there's a whole lot of these little speaker icons, audio recorders. These are things where I've gone ahead and done vocals, chopped things up, reversed them around. So again, another one here. These as well are things that I've chopped up, split around, messed around with them because you have to do that with loops. I don't like using Apple loops because you hear a lot of sounds that other people have made, so you've got to go in and try and chop them up as best as you can. You're still going to hear some things that other people have done, but you know, it is what it is. So that is the construction of this song. Now the actual time it took to put this together was probably about 2 or 3 days, and there's multiple versions of it. I think if we jump out of here, let's just unsolo all of this before we jump out. What have I got soloed? That one. So you'll see here in the list, there's a whole bunch of these video radio Starr clips here. I know this one here, this 2.2, is it? Or is it this one? So here's like one of the tracks. So I'm going to explain to you why this track is here. Basically, after I finished the song, I then went in and grabbed every individual file from the track and brought it into this project here, and one by one made WAV file recordings of them. Why? Well, I will tell you after this short break. So here is, let's jump back in and have another Utensils video clip for the movie. This is the second teaser trailer, which came out, I think, the end, I can't remember what year. So this is another short one. This is a teaser trailer. We'll jump in and have a look at this. This one's a little bit weird, aren't they all? And enjoy. Here we go.
Chicks and ducks and geese better scurry when I take you out in the Surrey. When I take you out
cows. The cows. They're all littered throughout this movie. So that was the third teaser trailer. So let's talk about why I went into this GarageBand project and started splitting things up into individual files. If you check the description, there's a link for free for you to download, and it includes this. Not this. So I created a sample pack for you all, and here it is here. This is the Technology Killed the Reality Star sample pack. So it comes in, there's a zip file, so it's free to download. It has 2 folders in the zip folder. It has the actual graphic for it as well, the artwork. And it has 2 folders, so wave singles at 131 BPM, A flat major. And when you open this, it's all separated into effects, one-shots, and voice one-shots.
Computers now have primary control of critical functions. Computers now have control.
And you've got
Computers now have primary control.
you've got the guitar solos in here. And then you have all the brass one-shots. Yeah, so they're all in there as well. And then you have another folder here, which is all the loops. So you've got all the organ loops in here. So you can essentially go in and recreate your own version of the song. So you can import these in to GarageBand, or I'll show you what else you can do, because I will... So you've got all these sounds. And you can set your BPM, because the BPM's listed on them all. So you can actually go in, all the bells are in here as well. Pretty cool, yeah? So that's for you if you would like to download and fuck around and make your own remix of the song. Now, the reason I did them was I imported them all into this particular app here. And I'm going to be a bit rusty on this. So I used Launchpad. And as you can see, if you haven't used Launchpad before, I've put all these files in here. So I can now recreate the entire song just by swiping and touching things like this. And all the sections, the way I've created this, so I've got the chorus down here. So pretty cool, yeah? You can add this in and do whatever you want with it. You can, add into GarageBand. You can, and Loopy, which I'm going to be looking at tomorrow, which is absolutely fucking cool. So we can add this into Loopy and do the absolutely same thing. So this is free for you to download. If you would like to do that, go ahead and do it and make a remix. Send me a remix. I don't really, go for it. It's all good fun. So you've got up the top here, the original stuff here. So the end of the song too is So even in here, I can remix, do different versions of this. You can mix up all the riffs. Good fun. There you go. Let's jump in and have another, shall we do another trailer? And what do we got? 47 minutes. So what I'm going to do special today for you guys is I'm going to play you a whole section of the movie, which is a really big part of the movie. I haven't really shown this to anybody, and we'll explain that in a second. Let's just jump in and have another quick look at another, what is this one? This is teaser trailer. This is the official movie trailer number 2. So there's been 2 teaser trailers and 3 official trailers. So this is the next trailer that was released. See if you can pick the song in MIDI file that is in this clip. It's a famous 80s song sung by many, many famous artists. Let's do it. go. So that was the second last trailer. I don't need to play the other trailer for you. So that scene with all the planets and everything shooting through the outer space, and then all that footage, that took me almost 2 months to put that clip together with all of that footage flashing. And it basically goes from, it starts with primordial ooze and ends with, the 80s Pac-Man and Barack Obama and Twin Towers and everything. It goes completely through history. It took so long to make that. That's why this film has taken so long to produce, because it's all been made using LumaFusion. And all the animation, a lot of it's hand-drawn and all this kind of stuff. Some of it's stock footage, which has then been cartoonized. So, yeah. So what I'm going to end with today, so we've gone through how I made the song, how I converted it into a brand new song. We've gone through the pack, which is free for you to download. Feel free to go over and check out the music from Utensils as well. We are going to end today with a section from the movie, which is something I'm incredibly proud of, this whole scene. The section I'm showing you has actually been changed a fair bit. This was a version from last year, I do believe. So there's a lot of graphical errors in it and stuff. There's a lot of things that aren't moving properly, but since then it's all been fixed. But I don't want to give away the whole thing. Yeah, I draw it, Kim. So, yes, I do indeed draw. So, this is a rough cut of the film. So you can see here, this actual rough cut of the film goes for 45 minutes. Look at this. 45. It's even got the credits in it as well. So, but this is not the finished product. Definitely by far, there's been at least another 40 minutes added to this film. So you'll see in the middle of here, this is the video clip which I just released, which is in the middle of the film. And what I'm going to play for you is, if I can find it. So, from here. Now, let's just cover a bit of the film without giving away the entire plot. So, basically, humanity gets sucked in to a device that they all put on their heads, these helmets, which locks them into a virtual reality. And nobody leaves the house anymore. And there is an AI at the center of this called the D-Wave 42, which is controlling the entire program. Basically, what has happened to humanity is they are all locked in their houses. Funny that, isn't it? No one leaves the house anymore. Everybody shops online. Nobody connects with each other. So essentially, nobody breeds anymore. So eventually we die out because we lose all physical contact. Meanwhile, while humanity is locked down in our houses with these ridiculous helmets on, plugged into this ridiculous virtual reality. Yeah, no, I better finish it before it happens. I know, no shit, yeah. I wrote the novelization of this over 3 years ago. And now it's all coming true, man. It's coming true. So what's going on the outside is, as humanity is dying off, the animals reclaim the planet. And in this scene, it's very biblical as well, so you'll see the biblical stuff in here. There is a lion and a lamb laying together. And if you've read the Bible, you will know, not that I'm a religious person, but I have read the Bible. So in this scene, there is a lamb and a lion lying together, waiting for a cow. So basically, the animals all come together and send a cow and a wolf on a long journey to meet the lamb and the lion, so they can decide who will become the sacrifice to the new God. So, which proves, even after humanity wipes themselves out, the animals haven't learnt anything from us, and they still create a religion with a higher power, and they sacrifice one of their own as a Jesus Christ, which turns out to be the cow. So this is the journey, this part of the film is the journey of the wolf and the cow to go and meet the lion and the lamb to find out who will become the sacrifice, and then the journey back to their tribe. And so enjoy. This is pretty full on. This took me a year to put together, to animate everything. And I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, let's do it, shall we? And if the credits come up at the end, trust me, this isn't the end of the film. All right? This is just a work in progress from a couple of years ago. So it's not the end of the film. So just be aware of that. Okay, here we go. This is called A Cow's Journey. Boom. There you go. So that is a scene from the film. There's a whole lot more of it, trust me. And a lot of that has changed. A lot of parts are way different now. So just so you know. Whoa. There you go. So hopefully the film will be released sometime next year. That is where I'm aiming at. I've been working on it for quite a bit lately, trying to get it out. There's quite a few new scenes that have been added. So you'll notice in the video clip too. So these are a couple of new scenes that have recently been added to it. Let's show you these. These look really cool. Look at these scenes. Pretty cool, yeah? So this scene took me a month and a half to create. Look at that. I want to see that one more time. That is all in LumaFusion. This is how good LumaFusion is, folks. You can create some amazing stuff in LumaFusion if you really put your mind to it. And one of the other scenes here, this is another scene with the robots taking over. Check this one out. So again, another short scene there. That scene actually took about 3 weeks, I think, this one. I'll show you again. So yeah, brutal stuff. What shall we go out on? I don't know. Are you interested in seeing a little bit more as we go out with? Let's maybe show you something else to end the show with. What better way to end the show with the title? Maybe we won't do that. We'll save that for another time. So, boom, there we go. That is today's show. Hope you had a good time. Hit the like, please, if you did. Tomorrow we are looking at Loopy Pro, so back to looking at apps tomorrow, which I'm really excited to look at Loopy Pro because it's fucking awesome. Really, really cool stuff. Remember, coming up for the rest of this week, Loopy Pro, then we have four pockets, 12 days of 4 pockets. Then I'm having a day off because YML is on. And then Christmas Eve, if you are in the US, and the UK, Christmas Eve for you will be the Gladys Worthington Christmas Spectacular with none other than Gladys Worthington singing a whole bunch of Gladys's favorite Christmas songs. So I hope you can join me for that Christmas Eve if you're in the UK or the US. It should be fucking crazy. All right, guys. Have a great day. Remember, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better, and we all rise together. I'll see you tomorrow, yeah, for Loopy Pro. Yeah.